Hello everyone, how are you doing all? I hope you are doing well and staying safe. And are you doing your maths practice? Are you practicing all the sums? I hope you are doing it and studying very well. So let's start with our today's session. Before moving forward, we will start with our prayer. So join your hands, close your eyes and start the prayer. हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू स्वर की देवी है, संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है, हर गीत तुझसे। तू स्वर की देवी है, संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है, हर गीत तुझसे। हम हैं अकेले, हम हैं अधूरे, तेरी शरण में हमें प्यार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। मुनियों ने समझी है, गुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों की वाणी। मुनियों ने समझी, गुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों की वाणी। हम भी तो समझे, हम भी तो जाने, विद्या का हमको अधिकार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा मुकुट सर पे साजे। तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा मुकुट सर पे साजे। अज्ञानता के मिटा दे अंधेरे, उजालों का हमको संसार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। Start rubbing your hands, your palms. Touch your eyes. Now slowly open your eyes. Put your hands down. Today's thought of the day: patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. This quote means it is when you are patient that you wait for the best moment to act. You have to be patient at every time with a good attitude, and you will get the positive results in the future. So let's moving forward to our GK question. Our GK question is: who is the first citizen of India? Who is the first citizen of India? Students, who is known as the first citizens of the India? The answer is President of India. President of India is known as the first citizen of the India. Now currently our President of India is Ram Nath Kovind. Our President of India is Ram Nath Kovind. He is the 14th and the current President of India. He is the 14th and the current President of India. So let's start with our today's session. Chapter 3, Numbers. In previous session, we have completed our concept 3.1 count by hundreds. In that, we have seen 1-digit numbers, 2-digit numbers and 3-digit number introduction. The number names of 3-digit number, the place value, how to write the place value of 3-digit number, the face value of 3-digit number and the expanded form, how to expand and write 3-digit number. Okay. So for today's session, we will start with our concept 3.2 ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers we have already seen in our previous class first. In this session, we will learn more about how to use it in 3-digit numbers. So in ordinal numbers, we will see about the ordinal numbers of 3-digit numbers and the cardinal numbers of 3-digit numbers. So, are you ready? Let's start. Observe the given picture. It shows cars of different colors. Students, you can see in this slide there are 3 cars over here and all 3 cars have 3 different colors and they have their own positions. They are having their own position. So, whenever you're starting, you have to start with from left to right. From left to right. So, from the left, starting car is of red color. Then the car next to it, it's of blue color and the next is of black color. In the previous session of class first, we have already seen the concept about the before, after and between. I'm repeating again, it's before, between and after. This concept you have already seen. So let's start here. The red car is before the blue car. This is our blue car and the red car is before it. That means the red car is coming first. Then in between the black and the red car, what color car we are having over here? We are having blue color car. So we will write the blue car is between the red and the black car. And now at the third one, at the last position, there is a black car. So the black car is after the blue car. This before, between and after we have already studied in our previous class. The words before, after and between gives the position of the car. What these 3 words give the formation? This before, after, between gives the position of the car. Got it, students? So let's start. Let's move forward and learn more about it. Now, here are some questions and here are the image. By seeing the image, you have to answer these questions. So let's start. Now, before reading the question, we will see the image. Now, in this image, we can see there are 3 animals over here. Frog, camel, crocodile. Frog, camel and crocodile. And from where we have to start? We have to start from left to right. We have to start from left to right. By giving the position, while you are giving the position, you have to start always from left to right. Okay. So from left we are having, what is the first animal we are having to the left? Is a frog. Camel and crocodile are there in the image. Okay. Now let's start with the question. Our first question is, the dash is before the camel. The dash is before the camel. Now first we have to see what is the position of the camel. The camel is over here. Okay. And what is before the camel? Crocodile or frog? The frog. So the frog is before the camel. Now next question. The camel is between the frog and the dash. The camel is between the frog and the dash. Now where is the camel? Camel is over here. Now camel is between the frog and What is the other animal? Yes, it is crocodile. It is crocodile. So the answer is the camel is between frog and the crocodile. The last question. The crocodile is dash the camel. The crocodile is dash the camel. I'll give you the hint. After, before, between. What is the option correct? The crocodile is after the camel. The crocodile is after the camel. Okay, so before is used for the first position. Between is between the two things we are having it, and the last position is known as the after ones. We can say like this. And this type of questions we have already studied in our class first. So in this session we will learn more about the positions of the ordinals of the 3-digit numbers. So let's start. Now look at the image over here. These are the small chicks. They are walking in a line. They are walking in a line. We can give each chick a position. Now students, in this image we have to position these chicks. We have to name the position of the chicks, how they are walking. So from where we have to start, from right or from left? While giving the position, from where we have to start, from right or from left? Left. We have to start from left to right. Left to right. So here at the first position we are having this chick. So we will name this position as first. F-I-R-S-T. First. Now after that this chick is there. So what we will give the position after first? Second. Second. S-E-C-O-N-D. Second. And after that this chick? Third. T-H-I-R-D. Third. And after that this chick? Fourth position. F-O-U-R-T-H. Fourth position. Now the last chick, which position? Fifth position. F-I-F-T-H. So in this way we have to give position by naming them first, second, third, fourth and fifth. And this first, second, third, fourth, fifth, all these are ordinal numbers, or these are ordinal numbers. Okay students, this ordinal number is also used in competitions. While you are having any competition, you always have a position of first, second, third, fourth, like this, and likewise. So in this way we have to name the positions, and we have to always start from left to right. So moving forward, ordinal numbers. These numbers which tell about the position of objects are called ordinal numbers. The numbers first, second, third, fourth, fifth, likewise, these numbers which tell about the position, that is telling about the position of objects, are called ordinal numbers. See, this is the ordinal number from 1 to 10 I have shown you. See, this is the spellings of the ordinal, and these are the ordinal numbers. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. For first we are using small st, for second we are using nd, for third we are using rd, and for the rest 4th to 10th we are using th, and those are in small letters. Now moving forward, Ordinal numbers. The following table gives the ordinal numbers from 1 to 10 and their short forms. Now students, these are the numbers over here. See the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All these are numbers that we have already knowing it. Okay, now these are their ordinal numbers. First, FIRST first, SCCOND second, THIRD third, FOURTH fourth, FIFTH fifth, and so on. And these are their short forms. In this way we have to write this. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8th, 9th and 10th. So these are the short forms. In this way we can write the short forms of the ordinal numbers. Understood? This we have already done in our first standard, and here we will learn more about the ordinal numbers and cardinal numbers. Now moving forward, we use ordinal numbers to denote the position of the things. So where is the ordinal number used? Ordinal numbers are used for giving the position, of the things or the objects. Now usually the position is counted from left to right. Now for the ordinal number, while giving the position, we have to always start from left to right. Left to right. Okay? We don't have to start from right to left. We always, while giving the position, we have to always start with left to right. For example, where we can use this to tell the winning position in a competition. I have already told you, in a competition, while we are having a competition, we are giving the position to the students, who came first, who came second. In our exams also we have this position. So these are the ordinal numbers. Now, and other than that, to tell the periods in our timetable. Now, while we are having our lectures in our school, so we are having certain periods. Now this is the first period, second period, third period, then we are having lunch period. In this way, all these are the position of the periods in the timetable. So in all these cases, ordinal numbers are used. Understood? Now moving forward, cardinal numbers. The number 1, 2, 3 and so on are cardinal numbers. Cardinal numbers are the simple numbers. 1, ONE1, TWO2, THREE3, FOUR4 and so on. These simple numbers are known as cardinal numbers, while ordinal numbers are used for giving the position, that is first, second, third and so on. Understood, students? Now moving forward, let's take one example. Observe the toys on the shelf. Here are some toys are arranged in a shelf. Begin counting from the left and answer the questions given. Now here we also have to count from left to right. From left to right. So this is our left side. So we have to start counting from here left to right. Now before reading the question, let's observe the image. Now in the image from left to right, how many toys are there? See, this is the rings toy, then toy car, then ball, then toy duck, then a truck, toy truck. So these are the toys kept in a shelf. Now let's start the reading the question. Our first question is A. On which shelf is the rings toy? On which shelf is the rings toy? Now, where is the rings toy? This is our rings toy. So this is our first shelf. This is our first shelf. So we can write this. The rings toy is on the first shelf. F-I-R-S-T, first shelf. Now next question. B. Which toy is on the fourth shelf? Which toy is on fourth shelf? This question is asking what is the toy on the fourth shelf? So let's count from left. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our fourth shelf. And what toy we are having over here? We are having a toy duck. We are having a toy duck. So how we will write? The toy duck is on the fourth shelf. The toy duck is on the fourth shelf. Now moving forward to our question number C. On which shelf is the ball? On which shelf is the ball? Now where is the ball over here? In the shelf? Yes, the ball is over here. So this is, what is the number position of this shelf? Let's count. This is our first shelf, second shelf, third shelf. So our ball is in the third shelf. So we will write the ball is on the third shelf. T-H-I-R-D. T-H-I-R-D. Third shelf. Now next question. D. Which toy is on the second shelf? Now in this question, the toy is on the second shelf. Now let's count from left to right. 1, 2. This is our second shelf. So what toy are we having over here? This is our toy car. This is our toy car. So we will write the toy car is on the second shelf. The toy car is on the second shelf. Understood? Now last question, E. What is the position of the toy truck on the shelf? Now in this question, they are asking the position of the toy truck. So let's start counting from left to right. So this is our first, second, third, fourth and fifth. So toy truck is on the fifth position. So we will write the toy truck is on the fifth shelf. The toy truck is on the fifth shelf. So in this way we have to count from left to right while giving the position. Understood, students? Now let's move forward to our next concept. Now example number 8. Look at the weekly activities of the students of class 2. Now students, here in the question, weekly activities are mentioned. So weekly means what? A week. So in a week, how many days are we having? We are having, altogether we are having 7 days. But Sunday is a fun day. So we are not including over here. We are taking rest on Sunday. So now we are having 6 days over here. So look at the images over here. These are the weekly activities of the students of class 2. Now you are also in class 2. So assume that, imagine that this is all your weekly activities that you are doing it. Okay. So while observing this image, we have to answer few questions. Now first let us observe the question. On the day 1, swimming is there. So assume that on the day 1, what activity are you performing? You are performing swimming activity. On the day 2, you are horse riding. Day 3. On the day 3, assume that you are cycling. Day 4, you are rock climbing. You are climbing the rocks. On the 5th day, you are doing archery. Archery means bow and arrow. You all are having toys of it, the archery ones, yes or no? Archery, day 5. And the last one is day 6, fishing. Some of you know it now. Have you seen it? Fishing. I hope you have seen it. So 6th day, fishing. So day 1 swimming, day 2 horse riding, day 3 cycling, day 4 rock climbing, day 5 archery, and day 6 fishing. Okay. Now let's start with the questions. A. On which day do the students learn horse riding? On which day do the students learn horse riding? Now in this question, students are asked about the horse riding. So let's see the image. When can you see there is horse riding? In the day 2. In day 2, horse riding activity is going on. So the answer will be students learn horse riding on the second day. On the second day. Here see students, day 2. 2 is a number. So what is the position? What is the ordinal of this 2? It is second. So we are mentioned over here second day. So we are mentioning over here second day. Now next question. What do the students learn on the fourth day? What do the students learn on the fourth day? In this question, it is asked about what is the activity performed in the fourth day. So let's see. Here is our day 4. So this is our day 4th. So what is the activity performed here? Rock climbing. Rock climbing. So we will write over here. Students learn rock climbing on the 4th day. Students learn rock climbing on the 4th day. Okay students? And the last question is, on which day do the students enjoy fishing? On which day do the students enjoy fishing? Now in this question it is asked about when the students are enjoying fishing, on which day. So let's see. When is your fishing? Your fishing is over here. So on which day this activity is performed? Day 6. And what is the ordinal form of 6? 6th. The ordinal form of 6 is 6th. So the answer is students enjoy fishing on the 6th day. On the 6th day. Students, here we have written the questions in the statement form. Okay, so you have to write in the statement form only. You have to take the help of the questions. Many words are given over here in the question itself, and you have to form the statement by yourself and write down the answers. Okay, and also you have to learn the ordinal number spelling, which is very important, like you have done for ONE1, TWO2. For the ordinal number also you have to learn the spellings of the ordinals, like FIRST first, SECOND second, THIRD third, and so on. Okay, now let's move forward. Now here also we are having one more questions. Let's see. Now the question is example number 9. Suppose you live in Mumbai. You all are living in Mumbai, yes or no? You have to assume that you are living in Mumbai. Now, how many letters are there in the name of your city? How many letters are there in the name of your city? What are they? Now, in this question it is asked the letters in the name of your city. Now here, where are you living? You are living in Mumbai. You are living in Mumbai. So we have to count the letters over here. You know now what are letters? You have already learned. Okay. So Mumbai. So we have to write the letters. So let's write the word first. M U M B A I. Mumbai. MUMBAI. Now let us count the number of these letters, because here it is asked how many letters are there in the name of your city. So this is our city and we have to count how many letters are there. Okay, now let's count. 1, this M is 1, U2, M3, B4, A5 and I6. So how many letters are we getting over in the word Mumbai? We are getting 6 words. We are getting 6 letters. Sorry, we are getting 6 letters. So the answer is 6 letters. So the answer is 6 letters. Understood? Now let's see one more. What is the first letter of the name? Now here it is asked what is the first letter of the name. So let's see one more the spelling. This is our Mumbai spelling and we have counted. So where is the first letter of this name? Here, this is our first letter. So where we have to count from? From left to right. From left to right. So what is the first letter of the name? M. The first letter of the name is M. So the answer is the first letter is M. So the first letter is M. Now next, what is the last letter of the name? What is the last letter of the name? So the last letter of the name, Mumbai. So from left to right means our left position is our starting position and our right position is our last position. So considering that, what is our last letter? I. Our I is the last letter of the name. So the answer is the last letter is I. The last letter is I. Next question. Is any letter being repeated in the name of your city? Which letter it is? This question means that any letter in your name of the city, that is Mumbai. That is Mumbai. This is our letter and this red one, the numbers are the position. So, is there any letter which is being repeated over here? Can you see any repeating letters? Is I is having any one more I is there? Any A is there? B is there? U is there? No. M is there. See at the first and the third position. At the first and the third position. So this is our M and these two letters are repeating in the name of Mumbai. So our answer is yes. The letter M is repeated. The letter M is repeated. Next question. In which places in the name is the repeated letter? In which places? Now we have to write the places, the position. In the name the letters are repeated. So this is our name Mumbai. M is our repeating word as we have already find out in our previous question. So what is the place of this number? See, for first it's M is 1 and the next is M is 3. So the repeated letter is in first and third place. First and third place. Understood? Moving forward. This is our concept 3.2 ordinal numbers. In this way we have to write the ordinal numbers and the cardinal numbers. I hope you have understood. Okay students, now moving forward with our concept 3.3.